Hey, good morning, Joe Deary, Powerful Improvements, Putnam, Connecticut. I'm out here in Pomfret, Connecticut today, set up at the Blue Victorian. This is an iconic place in our town or our nearby towns. Everybody knows about this building. It's on a corner of a very busy road. There's a few businesses in here. One being a dentist, some apartments, a couple other small businesses. We're doing roof washing on that roof, the hip roof over the porch. We're doing all the porches, the patio down below, washing this building in its entirety and the other building in its entirety. It is pretty cold out here this morning. It's about 9:15. I'm all set up. I get everything pulled, ladders placed, plants rinsed, and I'm getting fired up. Going up on the roof right now, shooting some 6% with the X6. So this roof is highly visible from the road, which is one of the main reasons the owner wants things washed over here. It's not too bad. It's mostly mildew. You get those black streaks, which just look nasty from the road. We got lots of nice soap. Got bubbles everywhere this morning. We're running Roof Snot. Bought it from Russ Johnson at Southside. It's nice thick soap. I don't have it, I just have the soap dial barely cracked open. I think it's maybe on 1 or 2. My soap is fairly diluted. I think I used about half a gallon of soap to about 7 or 8 gallons of water. So it's kind of thin. You can get it to come out much thicker, but we don't need that today. Got some nice halt on it already. And this is going to be a nice one for me because a lot of people are going to see this. And we got a sign by the road while we're working this morning. We got our truck placed where it can be seen by all the morning traffic going by. So this job is good exposure for me. Got a lot of wind shearing off over there. We're going to come back to that in a minute. And again, it's about, I don't know, low 40s, maybe 45 if we're lucky this morning. Sorry, no video. I've been head down working for 3 hours straight. It is noontime. Truck is all wrapped up, ready to go. I had a power hour call this morning with Tim Ferrari from Long Island. I got another one this afternoon momentarily with Josh. And then I think we got one at the end of the day too with another fella. I'm going to get some lunch. We got some more washing to do. I'll try to get some better video. Right, I'm set up and running on the next project. I got this big oversized Cape style home out here in East Killingly, Connecticut. We got a pretty high shot up there in the corner with the way the property slopes down. That peak is 3 stories plus the extra that we have. It's gonna be a nice shot. Got to go up over the balcony here with the ladder. I was out here 3 years ago washing this house with Tony in the summertime. They've called me back, maintained my information. We send out our text blasts on occasion. So we've managed to stay top of mind, which is very important. I'm running the 5.5 machine here today with the 1.8 injector because again, it's been 3 years since I've been here and these 2 dark sides of the house are pretty dirty and I don't want to be here very long. So we're going to hit things a little hotter to save time. So you try to evaluate, how can I be the most efficient on the job? And it's not always about a higher gallon per minute machine. I was just having a conversation with my new friend Josh on a power hour call from Ohio. And we were talking about some things in this vein. When you show up on a property, you kind of want to evaluate what your resources are. Do you have water? Do you have gas? Do you have SH? What do you have for machinery? What's the property look like? And how can I move through this in the quickest manner? I could switch out injectors on my 1.8, but that potentially opens a can of worms for me. pulling that apart. Maybe I have a torn O-ring when I pull things apart. Maybe I leak SH all over the place when I'm trying to pull that hose off of the injector. For me, it's just easier to pull this 5.5. This machine rips and puts up the hot sauce real quick for me. It has nearly the same capability for me as my 8-gallon. I've been getting a lot of people saying, hey, you know, you convinced me not to make the upgrade. I'm not going to say don't make the upgrade, okay? An 8-gallon definitely does a better job rinsing than a 5.5 does. It's not necessarily faster, but it is more efficient. You don't have to work quite as hard because you're putting up more volume. You do a slightly better job, and you don't have to wave your arms in the air quite as much as you might with a 5.5 to get the same job done. But in this case, this machine's set up with the 1.8 and pulls hotter sauce than the 8-gallon is even capable of with a 1.8. So we're letting her rip. And I'm gonna hit that peak up there, which I'll show you in a minute when I get there, with no problem with this setup. And I'm pretty sure this is the same machine that I washed this house with 3 years ago. So that 5.5 machine has probably made me $750,000. It's no joke. Right, we're dealing with a little bit of wind. Hopefully it's casting the right way for me. If I can get up under here just right, I should be able to get sauce up on that peak. Oh yeah. Yep, easy. Well, maybe not easy, but we're there. I also have the option to hit that a little bit, there we go, a little bit from the front when I get around the other side. But again, this is why we're running hot sauce, because you want to make the most effective use of the little bit of sauce you're getting there. I'm always preaching about being more efficient, and I have a Flow Pro sitting at home in the box that is slated to go on that 5.5 that I haven't been bothered to put on because I think I don't have the time. But if I were to add up the time that I've spent walking back and forth to turn that dial, it's probably 10 times as long as it would take me to hook up that Flow Pro. And I just can't seem to be bothered. I don't know why. I'll get it done. I'm trying to get through the season at this point with the setup the way it is. I'll be breaking that whole rig down, I think, this year to take care of a whole bunch of different stuff, making it yet even more efficient. And at that time, we're going to be installing Flow Pros on both machines so that we're set up to rip for next year. And the $40 tip. Okay, next project is this contemporary home out in Pomfret, Connecticut. I got this big sloping garage roof to do. It's much bigger than it looks. It's quite a long roof. I got that angled peak and these couple little corners to do. We got the X6 all pulled. We're shooting 6% with a little bit of roof snot. I got the 5.5 pressure washer running. I've already pre-wet a bunch of stuff. Got the asphalt wet. I got the bushes wet. We're gonna go up there and take our shot. We're dealing with a little bit of wind, making that high shot difficult for me. We're gonna have to play some wind. Take some lower shots first here. There we go. We're on it. Well, it's possible to make it, but boy, that wind is harsh today. I've been fighting the wind all day. Look at those trees move up there. Yeah. We'll get there. I may have to put the camera down so I can focus and reach a little bit, not eat too much bleach. We'll be back with you in a few. All right, I got everything treated nicely. We got that peak. We got a couple little eyebrows. We got this roof all set all the way up into the corners. I got 30 seconds of sauce left as I purge out my line. And we're just gonna put that up on this roof as far as we can reach from the ground just to use it up. And then we're gonna jump into the house wash. I'm not connected to the client's water here. I've got about 450 gallons on the truck of water. And I'm gonna wash this house with the 5.5. We're only doing 3 sides. The front side and the 2 gable ends. So I should be able to handle all of it no problem with what I have on the truck with the 5.5. That's a wrap. What do we got here for water? Ooh, yeah, man. I only took about not even 200 gallons of water. Fantastic. And that's a triple minimum day today, solo. Gotta love it. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.